Antidote of Song. So glad you've all decided to join us today. Let's all give it up for Munit Mesfin over there, doodling us into the room today. What a great way to start a week. Thank you, Munit. And we have, of course, Ayana over there in the background. We'll get back to both of them in just a minute. Everybody, welcome to today's daily Antidote of Song. It is day 1,569 days, consecutive days of singing. And we're glad you're joining us today and or found us today for the first time. And if it is your first time, we are in here every day at noon Eastern time singing. And we also have all of them archived so you can watch and sing along later. So please join us later today or tomorrow or every day. And we're glad you found us and we're glad you're here. So let's say hello to everybody out there on the live stream. So this is a hello to everybody watching on Facebook Live and a hello to everybody watching out there on YouTube Live. Thanks so much for being here. And let's say hi to everybody in the room today. So hi, of course, to Munit Mesfin coming in from Fairfax, Virginia, and her daughter Ayana, who is singing with her today. And we're glad to get back to both of you today. Let's see, Aaron coming in from Bronx, New York, running our tech today. Thank you so much, Aaron. Dorian Ollie coming in from Rhode Island, Cricket in Maryland, Athena coming in from Brooklyn, Bob in Albany, Amanda and Miles coming in from Michigan, Caroline in DC. Hello to Ellen coming in from, I think, Massachusetts. Nice to have you with us today. Hi to Arlene in California, Trish in Victoria, Sue in Seattle, Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio, Jim coming in from Maryland. Great to see you. Ruth coming in from Birmingham, UK. Nice to have you with us today. And Nashville Ann actually coming in from Ontario. Glad to have you with us. Harriet coming in from Chicago. Nice to see your smile today. Kim, one of our song leaders. It's nice to see you today. It's Kim Bothan coming in from Vancouver. Kathy in Colorado, hello. Sarah in Texas, hello. Luda in Victoria, British Columbia. Delhi in Maryland. Storm in Massachusetts. Hoda in British Columbia. And let's see who's on page 2. I think we have on page 2, Pauline and William and Phil coming in from Newcastle, UK. Nice to have you guys with us today, even though we only see Pauline at the moment. Sheila coming in from Florida. Nice to have you. Hello, Carolyn. Nice to have you back with us again. And Mabel coming in from Massachusetts. Jane in Texas. Oh, and a bear on Mabel's screen. Jane in Texas. Marcia in Huntsville, Ontario. Deborah in Kentucky. Laris coming in from the UK. And Becky in Vancouver, Bob and One Bear in Massachusetts, Aloysius at Pinewoods in Massachusetts, Kevin in DC, Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State, Julie in Ontario. And for folks off video today, we've got Lynn in Connecticut, Sarah in Connecticut, Sandy in North Carolina, Carol in Connecticut, Dan in Virginia, Don in Vermont, Donna in Vermont, Kay in Texas, Linda in Concord, Mass, Annette in California, and Ann in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I think we might have more folks yet still. Yep, Jamie coming in from Victoria, BC. Let's all take a deep breath. Yes, welcome to mid-July. Welcome to Monday. We're glad you're with us today. Happy summer to everyone who is summering right now. And it's a good week to be singing with Munit Mesfin and a good day to be singing with Munit Mesfin because the world is full of shifts and changes and ups and downs of joys and sorrows. And Munit, when you're here in this room with us, you always bring so much positive energy. So let's all give it up for Munit Mesfin and Ayana. Glad you're here.
Glad to be here with you, Joe, and glad to see everybody again. Hello, hello. So nice to be here. I got Ayana with me. She's going to be helping me out today with spreading some of the what a world we live in kind of energy. That is, we're in dynamic times and everything is constantly changing all around us. But what remains to be true is what this song is about, because we are people all living in this world, trying to do the best that we can with what we have. I'm so glad to be here. I hope that those of you who have been in very hot places and very humid places and every too much place are doing all right. The song that we're going to be singing for you is a song called Everyday People. Do I see any everyday people up in here? Yeah. That would be it. All the people, everyday people. It is by Sly and the Family Stone. And Ayana loved this song. So I was like, girl, I could use some help. So the chorus to this song is, I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. Can you try that with me? I am everyday people. And then there's gonna be all kinds of colors of the rainbow of the people who try to not get along with each other. But then you know what it is we got to we got to live together. So I mean, could there be a more apropos song for the moments that we're in? We've got to live together. We are all everyday people. We are all trying to do what we can do to make this life livable and this world good. Are y'all ready? I see some nods. Everyday people, you ready? All right. I think the lyrics are in there. Are the lyrics in there? Right on, right on. Ayana, are you ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Here we go. Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. Are you ready now? I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. I am everyday people. Are you ready for this part? There is a blue one who can accept the green one, for living with a fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo, and we gotta live together. I think I see some clapping, bopping. Huh? I hope you're doing it out there. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in. You know where I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I am everyday people. Take it away, Yana. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo, and we gotta live together. Yes, we do. And the next part goes, there is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo, and we gotta live together. Oh, yes, we do. Everybody ready? Let's do this 4 times. I am everyday people. Oh, yes, we are. I am everyday people. Oh, oh, oh. 2 more times now. I am everyday people. Last time, like you mean it. I am everyday people. High five. Whoosh. And high five to all of you out there. We hope you enjoyed singing that with us. It is what it is. We're out here, everyday people, and all the time. All of us, long hair, short hair, pink, one blue, one red, one black, one white, we're trying to live together. So I hope that you had a little bit of that feeling and that joy. I know it can be alarming, the world out there, really all around the world. What it is, what are we?
Everyday people.
Everyday people, people. It's everyday people, people. That's what it is.
All right, everybody, please. Thank you so much, Munit, Mesfin, and Ayana. That was just so magical. And it is really, I have not thought of that song in a really long time. And what an exactly perfect song for right now, in the moment, in the day, in the year, in the life that we are in. And thank you for bringing that to us. And thanks, Ayana, for soloing there. That was pretty cool.
Ayana, take a bow. Take a bow, girl.
Love it, love it, love it. So Yeah, Munit, I mean, you've just exactly said the message that we all need to be saying and thinking. And I think it's really super compelling also because we're in this space right here with like everyday people and all of us coming in from wherever we're coming in, doing whatever it is we do in our lives, coming into this space to actually commune for a little bit. And so it's really compelling to see all the faces singing along on that, right? We're sort of like the Daily Antidote theme song, part 300. And yeah, do you want to talk a little bit more sort of about kind of how you're keeping yourself up and going in the face of some days feeling more, less like it's easy to find that joy or that hope or that
Oh,
encouragement?
man, absolutely. I think what kind of, I don't know, having grown up in Ethiopia, having grown up with a lot of turmoil, from very active civil wars to very tense Cold Wars to all of the things that we've seen there, having moved from place to place and seen that really chaos is the norm of life, right? So I think part of me just kind of understands that trying times are trying times all the time. Everywhere you turn, there is something going on. And at the end of it all, it really just comes down to okay, I've been given 24 hours. That's it. I've been given 24 hours. I'm here. I'm alive. I think there's already like the basic thing. To be alive is something to be in this time and day and age because nobody can take that for granted. Like, I mean, this is such a silly example, but yesterday I was walking and I stubbed my toe so hard that I lay down on the carpet and I contemplated my life's choices for 10 minutes because it was so painful. And I just sat there going, how did I end up here? And all I did was stub my toe. And today I'm walking slower, so I'm walking more intentionally and I'm thinking through what I'm going to do more intentionally just because that slowed me down. So I think the simplest things that we take for granted is we woke up. If all your toes are wiggling, high five, all of you. Mine are taped together. So listen, it's about those tiny little things that, remind us that it's not a given. It's not a given that we're here. It's not a given that we could do this. It's not a given that we could connect like this and sing together like this and see each other's faces like this. And in every interaction, I'm constantly aware at all times about what is this interaction doing with me and for me? What can I bring to this moment and to this conversation? And of course, like any human being, I rage when I need to rage. And every human being, I scream at my TV and I, read things and try to toss my phone on a soft material so I don't break it, but I toss it because I can't stand what is going on in the world in all the different phases and spaces. We all have gifts. We all have a space that we can make an influence on. It could be a daily interaction. It could be platforms such as these that spread further and wider. One, be vulnerable. Feel all the feelings. We're human. Two, say, what can I do in this moment that I've been given? Because I am alive and I have breath and I have voice. So what can I bring into the mix that will help us just get one more step closer to reaching each other's humanity? And teaching children like that gives me a lot of energy because again, you see these little children trying to figure their way through life and trying to figure out who they're going to be and how they're going to show up and how can I interrupt the negative trajectories of being again more and more aggressive and polarized and reactionary to more and more intentional, introspective, and bridge building. And it's not easy because there are people that just don't like bridges. They like walls and they need to exist too. So what I kind of keep saying is it takes all kinds. It takes the kinds that are type A, it takes the kinds that are type B and type Z, and it takes the procrastinators, and it takes the activators, and it takes the agitators. But in all of it, if we are alive, we can say, what is the gift that I've been given, the voice that I've been given to make something just a little bit better in a daily interaction, in a platform that can reach further and wider. And it has risks. I mean, I shared a little song yesterday about how we got to register to vote, and today I'm in Facebook jail. So, I mean, there are consequences to things. So you got to understand with everything, there's a consequence and roll with those punches too. But I think, at the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. People suffer. People have always suffered. There are those who cause suffering and there are those who help. So in this process, try not to be a suffer causer. Try to be a helper. And there are times when it's just, really overwhelming, and you gotta take a step back and be like, all right, take a deep breath, take a deep breath, and then re-enter the fray. Don't leave, just, take a breath and re-enter the fray. But it's different strokes for different folks, and so on and so forth, and Scooby Dooby do.
Love it, Munit. Thank you so much. What a treat to be able to just sit here and be in, Munit's philosophy class of, I'm sort of seeing the subtitle of your book. It's like, phone throwing, toe stubbing, something, right? Like all of the like ups and downs of life and how we cope and how we move through. And you're saying something that's so similar to what Kathy B brings us every day when she's in the room. Kathy Bullock comes in and she says like, I woke up today, or I'm alive today, or like, just recognize the gift, because if that's what you recognize when you first get out of bed in the morning or open your eyes in the morning, it's a lot easier to carry through your day, like thinking about how you can help, because you're already feeling blessed. You're already feeling like you got your thing. Now what can you do outwardly? And so Munit, you're so well spoken, and I could just sit here and listen to you talk all day. I feel like we should have a thing like I'll throw out a word and then you can like pontificate on that word, and then I'll come up with.
Listen, I've been in a freestyling kind of mood lately, so that's exactly what I've been doing. Because, I got a son going to college. I'm like, okay, we got to let the bird fly. And then, yesterday you're like, oh, things are changing. All right, are you registered? Let's make it happen. So every day a thing comes up that makes me feel like, yep, there's something to say about this too. And I appreciate you calling my rambling a philosophy. Because what I do is, there's a lot of voices in my head. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but there's a lot of voices in my head, and they all have a dialogue, and each one has a, but there's a comma, but and I'm like, yeah, there's that too, and that too. And that makes me both a very, difficult person and an easy person, because I'm constantly aware of, but that too, that's there too, and that's there too, and that's there too. And you can see, like, if you stop and breathe and just look at a thing for a while, you can see how it got there to be what it is, So you kind of, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to be a hardliner.
So I love it, because we did not plan this conversation, but I was just saying to somebody yesterday, the way my brain works is something comes in, like it's, let's say like a need for a solution, right? Comes in. And my brain receives the information and comes up with like 5 paths all at once about the different things, and does the consider, analyze, weigh, whatever. Like it's so fast, right? And that's why I think it's people like you and me is why they invented meditation, because that's the place where we sit down and we say, okay, voice in my brain, you sit over there and you have to be quiet, and you sit on that corner and you have to be quiet, right? And then you go like this and you re-energize, right? And then you come back in again. It keeps your ideas fresh. I think it's a lot of it, the solution thinking or the change making comes from energy like that, right? Where you can see that there's an issue and you can see what you can do to bring, so.
And like these popcorn thoughts, I mean, I bet Daily Antidote was one of those for you, Joe. It can actually make the kind of unbelievably just, impactful things. So I think hearing ourselves, like being kind to the madness that goes on in here, to the wild little ideas that go in there, and saying some of these are really magical things that if we act on them, there is so much good to be given and had and exchanged and circulated around us. So thank goodness for, these kinds of everyday people too. And I know a lot of you out there are creative, talented, kind, and loving human beings. So I hope you're also saying, how do I popcorn into positive living with my community, and giving good things to the community. Thank you.
Brilliant, Munit, really brilliant. And you actually made mention of how like maybe it could be like a little much for the people around you. So like I just had a little thought in my head of how the people around us are saying, okay, you go sit over there. Right? Like, so we're doing it to our thoughts and they're doing it to us. Like, can you please take a break from all of your thoughts? And like, so lucky to be in this space with Munit and be able to sing and talk and laugh together. And Munit, if you are up for it, and if Ayana is up for it, I would love to sing that whole song again. Everybody say, Ayana.
Ayana!
How are you?
That's right. She's like, I'm on, what is this, summer break? But She's a
That's
good.
awesome.
Ready?
All right.
We're gonna do
To
this
make
song.
to make a little fun for Ayana, we're gonna have everybody unmute and all call Ayana. Everybody ready? Everybody call Ayana.
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 Perfect. That was so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I think now, Ayana, do you feel energized for singing again?
Yes, and I think we're gonna actually have her be clapping too, because we need a rhythm section. Are you ready? That means everybody out there can have have a little rhythm to snap and clap on too. 1 and 2, get closer to me because you love me. Yeah, she loves me. She really does. She really loves me. 1, 2, here we go. Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in this song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. We go. I am everyday people. I am everyday people. Here we go. There is a blue one who can accept the green one for living with the fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo, and we gotta live together. Hold on. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out what bag I'm in. Cause you know that I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am everyday people. And now we saying there is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo, and we gotta live together. Oh yes we do. And here we go, last part. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and scooby-dooby-doo. Cause I am everyday people. 3 more times, we're gonna go. I am everyday people. 2 more times, peace sign. I am everyday people. The last time. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. And give yourselves a big round of applause to everyday people out there. From DC to Seattle to Vermont to Massachusetts to Maryland to California. What else we got?
New York.
New York. Oh my goodness. All the people. British Columbia, Canada, all around the world. Vienna down the street, North Carolina. All the people out there doing what you
UK.
gotta do. The UK. What? Texas. What? The everyday people are everywhere. They're just all over the place.
Amazing. Everybody, please. For Munit Mesfin, lots of hand waving, lots of enthusiasm. Munit, you have filled our lives with enthusiasm and hope today, and we're really, really grateful for it. What a great way to kick off another week here in the Daily Antidote of Song. Another big thank you to Munit. Let's take a moment here, actually, just to note who we're going to have this week in the Daily Antidote of Song. So please join us all week. Tomorrow we have Sunniva Brunel coming in from Sweden, Sonia Morganegg the next day coming in from Switzerland, David Roth in Massachusetts, Laurel Swift in Vermont, Bob Lucas, I don't remember where, and Chinobe, who's coming in from North Carolina. So please join us all week long. Our week is singing and yodeling for peace, love, and joy. So there's a little sneak peek at the fact that we might be yodeling this week. So thank you so much again to Munit and to Ayana for joining us today. Let's wave Munit out of the room with a giant thank you for being with us. Really appreciate your being here. And let's give a big thank you to Aaron coming in from the Bronx and running our tech today. And a big wave to everybody out there on the live stream. Thank you so much to everybody on Facebook and everybody on YouTube. We're glad you joined us today. And let's say goodbye to everybody in the room. Dorian Ollie in Rhode Island, Cricket in Maryland, Athena in Brooklyn, Bob in Albany, Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Caroline in DC, Bob, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Arlene in California, Trish in Victoria, Tom Armstrong, Carpe Diem Arts Board of Directors. Everybody please give it up to Carpe Diem Arts for keeping this program going day after day. And thanks, Tom, for all the hard work you do on Carpe Diem's behalf. Sue in Seattle, Susan in Cincinnati, Nashville, Ann in Ontario, Laris coming in from the UK, Kathy in Colorado, Luda in Victoria, Deli in Maryland, Pauline William in Newcastle, UK, and maybe Phil over there in the background somewhere, Kevin in DC, Sheila in Florida, Julie in Ontario, Annette in California, and Linda in Concord, Mass. And let's see who else we have on page 2. How about Marcia coming in from Ontario, Leanna in Vermont, one of our curly tops, Jamie in Victoria, Ann in Silver Spring, Deborah in Kentucky, Storm in Massachusetts, Becky in Vancouver, Aloysius in Pine Woods, Harriet in Chicago, Hoda in British Columbia, looking very peaceful, beautiful to see you. Ellen coming in from Massachusetts, Kim Bothan coming in from Vancouver. Thanks for being with us today. Nancy in Washington State, Jane in Texas, Dan in Vienna, Virginia, Curly Tops over there. I think we got a Willard over there in Vermont. Donna coming in from Vermont, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, and Jim Harkless coming in from Maryland. And for folks off video today, I think that's Lynn and Carol, both in Connecticut, Sarah in Texas, and Donna in Vermont. Thank you so much for being with us today, and can't wait to see you all again here tomorrow on the Daily Antidote of Song. Toodaloo.